Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another edition of Lupus Talks. My name, of course, is Ed Peterson, and we have our two lovely hosts and co-hosts, Ms. Calvina Williams and, of course, Ms. Dolores Olson, which are going to be sharing some information that's going to be relevant for what you can do for those who are suffering from the lupus and autoimmune disease, and how we can help you and assist you and give you some support as well. And you can always go to the website at lupusofnevada.org, and you can see everything there. And if you want to support us, you can also make a donation there too, as well, as this is a nonprofit organization, a 501c3, and we're just here to assist and give out the information that's relevant today. So with that, I'm going to let Ms. Calvin Williams take over. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to recognize my co-host, Dolores Olson Robinson. So she's on too. So what did he call us? He called us what? The dynamic duo. So anyway, today's topic. Well, first of all, I want to give glory to God and thank Him for just keeping me alive. And I pray all those people. One of our lupus individuals has lost her son, a hit and run, and we're praying for her too. And whatever she needs, people coming to her aid. So just pray for her. Pray for Kim. That's her name. So let's get right in, and the others that are hurt and need kidneys and everything. Okay, so we're going to get into lupus and mixed connective tissue disorder. Now, lupus mixed connective tissue disorder, the MCTD, and if we did this last time, we felt it was very important to do it again. Uh, an autoimmune disorder that can cause inflammation and damage to various organs and tissues. While they share some similarities, there are also key differences between the two conditions. Now, the causes, as we know, of lupus, systemic lupus erythematosus, cause is unknown, but believed to be an autoimmune response where the body's immune system attacks its own healthy tissue. The symptoms are joint pain, swelling, fatigue, skin rashes, butterfly rashes, fever, sensitivity to light, kidney problems, and heart disease. That's a lot. That's diagnosis as well, too. Diagnosis is based on the symptoms because the symptoms give us sensitivity to sunlight, kidney problems, and heart. And this one, we have to take blood tests, anti-nuclear antibodies, and sometimes a biopsy. I've taken that many times, the biopsy. Now, the mixed connective tissue disorder, which is called the MCTD, if you have any questions, please place them on our site so we can get back with you on it. And I hope I'm not going too fast for you. The causes unknown, but it's thought to be a combination of autoimmune reactions similar to lupus, scleroderma, and rheumatoid arthritis. The symptoms overlap. The overlapping symptoms of lupus, scleroderma, and rheumatoid arthritis includes Raynaud's phenomenon, cold, numb fingers and toes, joint pain, muscle weakness, and skin changes. Diagnosis based on symptoms of blood tests, antibodies to U1, and sometimes a biopsy. Now, Dolores, I want to ask you when we come to that rheumatoid arthritis and tingling of the feet and not being able to have your feet settled. Um, what are your thoughts with that? I mean, because it hurts. Do you have that symptom or what? If you'd like to share.
I just have this osteoarthritis, and so that's the mainly one that I have is the osteo, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't have the rheumatoid. I just have osteo, but I do understand that it can. Uh, what makes osteo cripple you up is with the bulging disc, and that's why mine is crippled up because of the bulging disc.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But rheumatoid arthritis is it's a lot. It's different because see, as it curls up your hands like when you,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and then you have symptoms the same thing as osteo, but it cripple it. I mean, but your hands stiffen.
Uh-huh.
It stiffens up and then it just curls up, and
Yes.
some people's hands like it goes like cricket.
Yeah. Like a deformity.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's like a a huge difference with that. But any other of them, they recommend you going through physical therapy and treat to treat for those, but it's still in your body, but
It's still going to come back, right?
it still comes back. But
Mhm.
the best thing to do is just you have to just keep on going along with your exercise that they give
Mhm.
you and the
Mhm.
treatments that they give you.
Mhm.
That's the best to cope with those conditions.
Well, they go on to say that the common autoimmune connective tissue disease includes systemic lupus. They say that SLE, rheumatoid arthritis, scleroderma, Sjogren's. Other examples are mixed connective tissue disease, inflammatory and polymosis, and vasculitis. If I messed that up, please forgive me. These conditions involve the immune system mistakenly attacking the body's connective tissue, leading to inflammatory and damage. Now, you hear my voice now. I don't usually talk like this, but my throat, my esophagus is inflamed. It has been since I went in and I had that colonoscopy and that uronoscopy. So I don't know if they went down and scratched my vocal cords or not, but I'll know in January. So please forgive that tone. And I'm always coughing. So at least I can talk if they haven't taken that away from me. So the systemic lupus is very serious, very serious. I broke out with hives, and I think Dolores knows it, 2 weeks ago. I didn't know what it was. My son had come down for one day, and he had like a feast, looked like a Roman feast. It had uh, fish there. It had crab. It had so much different fish, that it was just. I know the smell, did something to my skin because it does. I have another relative that it does her too. So you can't even if you smell it, you'll break out in hives. I kept wondering why I was breaking out in my neck, my shoulders, my arms, and I looked like a little speckled zebra. But I want to say the joints are so important with this because joints it affects your joints, skin, and kidneys, and it's hard to walk. It is so hard to walk. I have what is it? A walker that you push, and it helps me quite a bit. But it is it's just terrible, and I don't know how to describe it. But other organs come intact. I thank God for my organs not being attacked and praise Him for that and many other things. But I just want to let you know that it's a very serious disease and we need to come together. We need to talk about it on Lupus of Nevada or whatever uh, podium you have and figure out what each of us do to solve, to to give us calmness with the disease. This is a platform where we can come and talk. It's educational awareness and advocacy. And anything said on here, we do the disclaimer that this is just for educational awareness and advocacy. And all we're doing is talking about us and talking about the diseases. So I want you to be aware of that. Dolores, you want to chime in?
And also with connected tissue disorder, same thing. You will have to go to physical therapy, improve your strength and flexibility, and then also your lifestyle, regular exercise, a healthy diet, stress management, and sun protection can be helpful
Mm-hmm.
during this. That's very important when you have this condition, because stress it'll make your condition worse, and
Mm-hmm.
your diet will make your condition worse if you do not take care of yourself. So it's very
Absolutely.
to
The
take care
key
of
is
you.
nutrition. The key is nutrition, is eating right and having someone there to tell you, one of the doctors to say, nutritional doctor, to say, this is what you eat. You may not like it, so you can fix it up a little way, but it's still, you have to immune yourself to that. And drink plenty of water. It's so important to drink that water because that water can basically, That water helps us, period. It helps us so much. So don't get dehydrated, because I got dehydrated the other day. So we need to be aware of our symptoms. We need to be aware of the disease, period. If you treat it right, it's going to treat you right. And I believe that because I've had it for over 26 years. And thank God I don't have any internal organ problems at all. And this mixed connective tissue disease is a term used by some doctors to describe systemic rheumatic disease characterized by overlapping features of systemic lupus. Now, that's not to say when I get older, because I just turned 69 uh, 2 Wednesdays ago. It's not to say, oh, you're not going to get this, because as long as we're living, there's a possibility that other things may happen. We're not wanting to say, oh, we're going to get this. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's a possibility. And when you're calling someone on the phone and they have all these problems, internal problems, please be patient. Please be kind, because that's so important. Kindness helps the healing process. You want to heal. So please be kind. Dolores?
And also, too, the early symptoms often involve the hands. The fingers might get puffy, and the fingertips become white and numb, and often respond to being too cold. Later, the condition can affect the organs such as the lungs, heart, and kidneys. And they said there's no cure for the mixed connective tissue disorder. Treatment depends on how serious the disease is and the organs involved.
Well, what the curving of the hands, the fingers? I want to get back to that. It's been very hard for me to wear my jewelry on my left hand. You know, it swells, and then it reduces down to the normal size it's supposed to be, and that happens like every other day. I don't know if any of you out there uh, have the same thing. And then on my right hand, it's bent over. Not, you really can't tell it until you lay my hands down and you see the kind of hump off the table. So I want you to be aware of that. So they talk about too, Dolores. Did you finish what you were saying?
Yes.
Okay, how rare is mixed connective tissue, do female connective tissue symptoms? And I say, it's becoming very popular now. And I'm looking it up on Google right now. So that's our resource. Mixed connective tissue disease is a rare immune disorder. Now, there is an agency that call themselves the uh, rare, rare diseases. I might have gotten it wrong, but you need to check into that, because they might be able to help you as well. A rare autoimmune disorder, its prevalence varies depending on the study and diagnostic criteria used. According to a study published in the Journal of Rheumatology, the prevalence of MCTD is estimated to be around 2 to 3 cases per 100,000. Other studies have reported prevalence of 10 cases per 100,000. And I really believe, Dolores, it's more than that. We're mixing, we're leaving some behind. And I don't want to see that, but we need to get out there. We need to be verbal. Um, we gave a walk some years ago, and it's hard to get out to do that walk because people have ailments, they have bone issues, but get yourself out, get in your little chair and move around. If it's not um, too difficult for you, have someone push you, or you drive to, not drive, but, well, you can drive and park and go to the park and just walk and walk and walk. That's very, very important. A couple years ago, 3 years ago, I did 6 miles, and I know about a month ago, I did a mile. So, and I did that even being, vertigo was hitting on me. I had my chair with me, so I knew when to sit down. You have to know for yourself when to sit down. Don't go out there without something that you can hold on to. Dolores, you want to add to that?
And yeah, and other things too, what other symptoms that you notice that you possibility that you may have this kind of condition if you feeling of you're not feeling well. This can include tiredness and mild fever. And then also we also said the swollen fingers and the hands, muscle and joint pain as we mentioned, and we know the rheumatoid arthritis, and red and brown patches can appear over the knuckles, and depending on the skin color, these changes may harden or easily to see. Hardly or easy to see, harden or easy to see. And so,
Yeah, that was my
let's
doctor.
say go get a full exam, and always make it clear how your body feels, to your physician, so that way they can give you the proper treatment. They can get you to the
Mm-hmm.
right
Mm-hmm.
specialist, because certain ones they need specialists for this. You can't just go to a regular X-ray. You have to go to a certain procedures. There's certain things. So always make yourself clear. Put it
Mm-hmm.
down on notes and that, so you can take it to your doctor. Say, I'm feeling like this. I'm achy. I'm pain here, and you got to discuss. You can't close the mouth for yourself and just say, "Oh, I'm hurt. How can I treat you?" They're
Because they
gonna ask,
won't be able to.
where's it at? You got to make yourself clear, and then once
Mm-hmm.
you make
Mm-hmm.
yourself clear, then they could give you the right diagnosis that you needed.
Mm-hmm. I've never known Dolores so much pain, like in my shoulder and my left arm. He's sending me to uh, acupuncture, and I know that's going to work. But it just hurts. At times it hurts. You can't raise your arm. You're holding your arm like people say, well, what's wrong with your arm? Is it broke or what's going on? And it's hard to tell someone about your condition because really you don't want to tell them. You don't want pity. And I want to let you guys know the mixed connective tissue disorder, disease, I should say, refers to a rare autoimmune disease first by Sharp in 1972, that shares clinical features of polymosis, systematic sclerosis, systematic lupus erythematosus, and rheumatoid arthritis. And despite heterogeneous, clinical presentation is generally accepted by MCTD, and it should be considered as a district clinical entity. And I'm kind of hesitant on that because who wrote this? Um, this is Sharp. He's the one, he first described Dr. Sharp in 1972. He characterized by the presence of the rheumatoid protein, antibodies directed against U1 complex, which is the anti-U1 1RNP. The condition shares clinical characteristics of systemic lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, systemic sclerosis, diagnosed quite different due to its rarity, the lack of validated classification criteria is it's difficult. So there's so many things they give us on this website, but you're you and I'm me, and our bodies chime differently. Some new thing might come up, and the doctors have to figure it out. They'll figure it out, but like when my arm was hurting, my shoulder was hurting, I couldn't do anything. I could not do anything. And then I had tremors in my right arm, and he gave me some medicine. He gave me medicine. You want to ask your doctor about it. It's for tremors. I don't know why that happened. That has never happened. But be aware of your body. We say this all the time. Write to a journal. If something's happening to your body one day and doesn't come back for another week, that still is important because that lets you know, you're not out of you're not out of danger. You need to know what is going on. And you need to deal with it because the doctors are very important to the success of helping us with our disease. No, they don't help us live longer. God does that. But what they do is they give us what we need in terms of medication, in terms of opinions, in terms of sending us to chiropractors, uh, just sobriety, therapy. They do that, and I think that is so important. Dolores, what is your opinion on that?
Yeah, that's very, very important too, and definitely. And then too, connected tissue disease, disorder disease. It can happen at any age. It can
Absolutely.
be any,
I was 40. I was 40 when this happened, and now I'm 69. So it is so important. They say the major criteria is severe mitosis, pulmonary involvement, proliferative vascular lesions at the biopsy, RP, esophageal, and that's what I'm probably dealing with. Edema of the hands and that sclerodoma, anti-E and A antibody. It's very important because a lot of us could be walking around and say, well, I don't have fibromyalgia, I don't have sclerodoma, I don't have this. As long as you keep walking around and manifesting that you don't have anything, it gets worse. It gets worse. So you need to head it off and stop. That's what I did. I had to stop it before anything else would happen. And I really didn't know I had it, Dolores. I really didn't until my eyes closed up, couldn't see for 3 months. The doctor told my father and my dad and my son, he was in there. He wouldn't go nowhere. He was 3 at the time, that she may not ever be able to see. So I'm very protective of my eyes because I don't want anything to come back on my eyes. But I couldn't see anything. I had to deal with me. Now, y'all, I had to deal with me. At that time, I didn't like me because I blamed me from being sick because I was in Silicon Valley in 1999, 2000, 2000, and I was making that cash. And I didn't want to have to get off and take a leave of absence or resign. They felt better, you have to resign all your employment, period. Whatever things you have going on, you can't do it because you're not able to do it. And so you have to be strong. And now I'm strong to say, if this happens to you, there are people like us that want to help you, want to tell you what they went through, because I think it's so important for others to know the outline of what happened to me. Don't you think so, Dolores?
yes, and then also too, there's a lot of complications, with the mixed conjunctive tissue disorder. There's high blood pressure in the lungs. There's
Mm-hmm.
as of the
Swollenness.
lung, heart
Swollen.
disease, kidney
Mm-hmm.
damage, digestive tract damage, tissue death, hearing loss, dry mouth. So
Yeah,
or
that's what I
recognize
suffered.
all the signs, even though there's other signs to other diseases that can single that too. But
Yeah.
also make sure that you get tested for that because
Yes.
you don't know, you be walking around like that and you don't even know anything because you're thinking, oh yeah, just like we was mentioned, oh, I'm okay, I don't have anything. But we
Mm-hmm.
gotta realize
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
we go through a process in life that we have no control over. But God, if you're really a God fearing person, you know, we have no control over it, and we have to give it to God, right? Yeah, we
That's
got to give
right.
it to God. But there's physicians for a reason that God put into place. Of course, number one is God is our healer, but second, too, is that we have our physicians for a reason. They're gifted. There's gifted hands. That's the ones that God bless those people to be able to help
Mm-hmm.
us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's what we always talk about. That's must self-observe your doctors very well. Make sure they pay attention to you. Because if they're not paying
Mm-hmm.
attention to you, they're not a good fit for you. And it's
Mm-hmm.
time to move forward.
And they're fighting for you.
to-
Remember that. They're fighting for you. If you don't get along with your
yeah,
doctor, sit down and talk to him. Ask him
yeah,
for 10 minutes to say, hey, can I talk to you? Because these are the things that I am concerned about with our relationship as patient to doctor. And I want to go to you, and I want to get all the things I need to give me the quality of life I need. So a lot of people will turn around and just walk out and say, I'm not going to him anymore. And you start the process all over again. Instead of starting the process all over again, why don't you sit down and talk to him and tell him this is what's going on? And if he
exactly.
chooses not to listen, Lord, if he chooses not to listen, then you give me no other alternative. Could you give me a referral? Don't just walk out of there. Doctor, can you give me a referral? Because I see you and I are not on the same page. Now, I'm not telling you what to do, audience. I'm just saying that happened to me. And that might be helpful for you. If you're not on the same page with your physician, then you need to make a decision what you need to do. I made my decision and walked out, after I got my referral. Because I know just recently my doctor asked me, are you taking that therapy? Why would I take the therapy and I can't even move my arms and they have me on bars and I'm trying to hold on bar? That would be a liability right there if I fall off those bars. So I told him the truth. No, I would like to have acupuncture. That's going to help me. I had it 3 times a week in California, where I had my lupus, and I was in good shape when I got here. You know how many medications I was taking? One. And Dolores knows it. One. Now I have 26. What happened? Think about it and write me a note on it. What happened? Dolores?
Yes, and so the main thing, this main purpose that the main reason why we're saying this is very good information for us all. And like I said, yeah, we're not trying to tell you what to do. We're just trying to be helpful because it's good to always hear a second opinion on
Absolutely.
things because it's nothing wrong. We all go through in life. Life be life, and that's what they said. That's the thing. Life be life, and but all we can do is just move forward, and all we can do is do what we need to do to treat any of our diseases and that. But always made too is to take care of yourself and love yourself through this
That's
process
right.
that
That's
you're
right.
going through. Because the
That's
best
right.
thing to do is to love yourself no
And
matter.
read.
Yeah, read a lot, read a lot.
Read a lot. So you
Read,
know lupus better than anybody else. Is that correct?
yes,
You know.
absolutely.
You can tell the doctors, and tell the doctors your diagnostic situation. You read those ones. And matter of fact, when you go in there, my doctors do this. They give me the report. Ask those doctors for reports so you can learn how to read them. If you don't understand it, then you call the nurse, the advice nurse, and ask, what does this mean? Because the doctors are usually busy. But it's so important because they put something down on there. Now, my doctor told me I was in tip-top shape, but my shoulder is just giving me the blues. I can't hold on to things. And like in the daytime, it's much better. I'll tell you, like it's much better right now. But I can't lift anything. I don't lift anything, above 5 pounds. So those are things we need to be aware of. Start reading your book on connective tissue disorder, on lupus, on vasculitis, on Sjogren's, on scleroderma. Start doing that. Dolores, you have anything to say?
Yeah, exactly. Do your education. That's your resource right there. Do your resource and go back and make sure you read it thoroughly, so you'll understand what you're going through your condition.
Because they can scare you, Dolores, can't they? You don't read and you go in there and take all that blood work and you go in the doctor's office and he tells you, I'm sorry to tell you got scleroderma. What? I'm sorry to every time I went into the doctor's office for Christmas around the holidays, they would give me something. Oh, I'm sorry you have your red blood cells are being eaten up. They're very low. They're very low. Your blood pressure is good, but you have to do this and that. Every time I went in there, I had a problem. Matter of fact, I didn't like to go to them. Because Dolores, I knew he was going to give me a gift. I said, what gift are you going to give me now? I'll accept it full. I'll accept the box right now. And he started laughing. He said, don't worry, we're going to help you. I said, just keep helping those people out there who need your help on the podcast and everything you do, because you are badly needed, so they can have someone they can turn to, because it's hard. Your family members, most of the time, you can't turn to them. And that mine, I couldn't turn to my son. Oh, he's such a macho man. He has a daughter, which she was beautiful, but Dolores knows her cousin. He's 6'5", and oh Lord, he knows. And Mama, and he bought groceries from Sprouts. From Sprouts, full groceries was on the porch. Some salad we couldn't even eat, but we had to eat it. And he'll be back in 2 weeks to let us know. He put an air filter in here, not a filter, but what is it? Humidifier, and keep it on all the time. And he called me the other day and said, now, what did you eat today? I am not a baby, but he knows his mama. I would go without eating in a minute, and that's wrong. So Dolores, can you add to that? Just so he's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
spirit.
Oh yes, oh yes, and that's why I was saying, you've got when you got your family members, you got some that really are loving and caring uh, for your situation, and sometimes it can be like seem like they call it the war.
The warden.
Yeah, war.
Yeah, I
you
had a warden. Remember, I had a warden.
and you
I
got
had a
some
warden this past
and you got
weekend.
some that treat you like baby, and then it's like, look
Yeah.
how old I am. I know how old you are, but why you treat me like a baby? You
When I
know,
fell,
when it's love.
I fell down, and he said to me, Mama, you look terrible. And he set Nathan down. Both of you look terrible. Look at those bones and everything. If y'all don't take care of yourself, I'm going to put you in a convalescent home. I said, oh, no, you're not. I'm going to put you in a convalescent home in Florida. I said, oh, no, you're not, with all them snakes. They put the snakes in one pile, and now they have not an epidemic. They have, what is it, state of emergency. Now, how you like a white snake coming up on you? And then they got alligators knocking on people's doors. You open the door and a full mouth alligator, and they tell you not to feed them. So, do you think I want to be in something like that? Oh, no. Oh, no. I know when to help myself, I know when not to do things. So, that's what I told him. I'm going to give you one more chance. Oh, he had the cleaners come in and clean the whole house. Walls, cracks. It looks beautiful. Everything. This is how you do. I said, I can't get on the floor and wipe the boards on the floor. Well, take a broom and wipe them. I said, I can't be pushing brooms too much, but I can do it a little bit. But that's why I got that vacuum for you, the one that can do it all. So it's so funny how they try to help. They want us to be around. They can't stand the disease. And sometimes I make a joke out of it because it's funny. Dolores, Dolores gets sick and stay in the bed. She hurting her sciatic nerve, and they look at you like, is she for real? Is she for real? What's wrong with her now? Sometimes I don't even tell people what's wrong with me, my son and them. I don't go on Facebook and say, I'm sick. I'm sick. I need some help. No, I don't do that. I have.
Are you sure? I thought I seen it the other day.
Oh, no, you didn't. That must have been somebody else, because I'm not going to get up there and say that. Oh, I'm sick and I want somebody to help me. Oh, no, 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 no. That's no, 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 no. So it's so funny. We can laugh at ourselves because it's funny. I did a double take when I fell on the floor, on those clean floors, from my bedroom. That it's a huge king size, no, king queen, and it's a huge bedroom. Girl, I told you I tripped and had to hold my hand so I wouldn't hit my head on the bathroom, on the bathroom, what is it, cabinet. And so he got word of that. Oh my goodness, you can't even walk. My foot was so swollen. I had to pretend that it was all right, because my son said, "Aren't you going to come out here and see your grandbaby? Aren't you going to do that? I want you around so you can see her." So that's what they do. They blame you. They do. They blame you. And I asked my son, "Do you blame me?" No, I blame the disease, but the disease is a part of me. So you got to be nice to me so the disease hears everything that you're talking about because it's inside you. And it's called depression, anxiety. And you don't want that. Do you have anything else to say? Or are we past our
And
time?
like with me, even though I be hearing this stuff, I be joking around. I with my little bonnet on Facebook.
I saw that.
I just be joking around. That's just my sense of humor. This say I did life be life, and
Yeah,
I just learned to have that. I said, oh well, what it is, what it is.
have that eye patch. The eye patch girl, that gets me. I thought you were TLC. I thought you were, because
Oh yeah, my sleeping mask.
yeah, I said, what is going on? And we can't do hard exercise, but we can do our best. I do stretches in the bed, and until I can do squats because I'm weak. So that's where the bike comes in, and you start, uh, riding that bike, the stationary bike, not a real bike on the street. because because people don't see. They claim they can't see driving a car. So you don't want to be in the middle of something and something happens. We would not want that. But if you have any questions, any concerns, and please, we do this, we have fun on this show because it is funny to us. We wouldn't want anybody else to laugh unless we were laughing ourselves. Because when he told me convalescent, I started laughing. Who's the mama and who's
And I be laughing because I know what people. I can imagine what people be saying when I put it on there. What is she doing? Why is she doing that? I wouldn't do that.
Mhm.
I'd be laughing.
Yeah, it is so funny. You got to laugh at yourself, and that is a means of a cure. Someone it helps you. All that happiness comes out from your body, and you're just having a ball. Learn how to laugh. Learn to put stickies on your mirrors in the bathroom. Say, today I'm going to have a good day. Today I'm not going to have any any falls. Today I'm not going to get smart with people. Today I'm going to love myself. Isn't that right, Dolores?
Yes. Or talk to yourself in the mirror. Take that little mirror up there and have the mirror like that. Pretend it's a mirror. Yeah, just go like that. Say, I'm beautiful. Yes, my day is gonna be great.
Your family looks at
Yeah.
you.
You
They
know?
come they come by that bathroom. What is going on in here? I thought you were talking. See, I told you didn't have no sense, mama. I told you. That's just me, y'all, not you. I told you, mama, something was wrong. Well, I've been obsessed with lupus over 20 years, and I like helping people. Dolores has been up there with me for probably the past 10 or 11 years, and we just laugh at it because it has to go away. And then when it goes, Dolores, oh, we got another problem. Can't move the leg. my
Yeah,
son,
and then what's another problem? Oh, I got a swollen hip and it looks like something else.
and they say, did you break your hip? You know, and you lose something. Mama, something wrong with your brain. I said,
So,
you get to my age and have lupus and see what happens. You get to my age. You go through this too. You young people just playing, trying to be mean. And we don't like meanness. Lupus does not like mean people. And I tell them in a minute, I'm not playing your mean game today. So I don't know when it's gonna come back on, but
I
all these,
say, devil, not today. Not today.
yeah, not
Not
today,
today,
devil.
devil.
Yeah, yeah. He said, I told him that. Who are you calling the devil? I was in the mirror. Not today, devil. And his name was right there. Not today, devil. He said, "Mama, get real, get real." I said, "You have to, you have to laugh at it because you have mixed connective tissue disease symptoms, which is rare. You have lupus, you know, you got scleroderma, you got all of it." That's what he said when I went. Oh, you got scleroderma. Oh, you got Raynaud's. Every Christmas I had something. So I started bringing gifts. I started bringing gifts to them, and the gifts were nice. You know, boxes of candy, ceramics, and all that. I said, "See, I'm not giving you a disease, but you are telling me what I have." He said, "That's so you can deal with it. Would you rather me not say anything?" You know, so that's where we're at right now. I hope we've entertained you and answered your questions. Dolores, you have anything else to say?
Uh, just made it to, yeah, just make sure, yeah, enjoy your life, have a sense of humor and that, because the best thing to do will help you with your condition if you have the sense of humor. Just
That's
keep on
right.
sense of humor, keep on smiling, dress up with
Yeah, make yourself look good, huh?
yeah, make yourself look good.
Yeah, girl,
You
if
feel
you
good
see
when you
me,
look good.
that's right. Make yourself look good. I make myself look good all the time. I tell myself, you look good.
Yeah, you look good. All right, ladies. Well, I'm really excited. Thank you all for sharing. This was a good topic, and something that's definitely needed in today. And so we want to continue on, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you all for this opportunity to share with you on Lupus Talks. And till next time, always go to our website at lupusofnevada.org, and you can see all the information that you have so you can continue to grow. And if you also share your thoughts and concerns and comments to it as well, you
Mhm.
can show us on Facebook at Lupus of Nevada on our Facebook page as well, and as well as the YouTube channel, because you'll see this also on YouTube as well. So we want to continue on our growth, continue on our, as we close out the year. We want everybody to be safe, happy, and continue to grow. So with that, any last words, Dr. Williams?
I like to thank God for, you know, for me just being alive and for the others that are alive, the others that are in the hospital, convalescent homes, and jails. Father, I pray for them too, Father. And that's it.
All right. Dolores?
And I'd like to thank God too, even though he's healing me through my condition, because we're always healing and a work in progress each and every day. But he's continuing to work with us all. So that's one thing.
All
If
right.
you're a Christ believer, he's working with us all.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
right.
Thank you. And you guys have a great rest of your afternoon. Until next time, peace.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Peace and blessings.